Here's the tortoise, another one. Don't be afraid. I think they hate people. Poor lobsters, they're still alive. The fucked up people gonna eat them. Hi guys, welcome to another vlog from Galapagos. So this is the second day in Galapagos in Puerto Ayora on Santa Cruz Island. So in the last vlog we visited the Tortuga Bay where we saw the iguanas. And today we set up to go on mountain bikes and go see some tortoises. So it's 11:46 Galapagos time, and we just rented bicycles for $10 each for half a day, like 6 hours. They said we should be back by 7, and then we're gonna follow the cycling path over there and hopefully see the tortoises. Let's go. So we're just cycling on this cycling path over here. It's nice that they have a cycling path, so you don't have to be afraid to get killed by a car. You can see another island in the distance over there, and the sea. Wow! So the vegetation is really dry here, but as we get more up, it should get more lush, and there should be sea tortugas. So now we got to the beginning of the village Bella Vista, and from there we have to go up the hill, and there should be the tortoises somewhere there. So many people imagine Galapagos like forests with giant tortoises, but it's still like not developed, but like people are still here, trucks passing, cars every minute. You have the fences everywhere, fields, cows, and so if you come here, just know that it's not like a paradise where you can walk in the jungle and stuff with the tortoises. It looks like pretty much Ecuador here. And of course you have a demand for meat, and that's why you have cows and deforestation everywhere. First station. Its traffic is pretty dense over here as well. So just so you know, this island is not a national park. Look at the insane deforestation. There's barbed wires over here that should not be allowed in a national park. It's just a business. They take $100 for entrance, and they have a few reservations where they put giant tortoises and iguanas, things like that, but this is not national park for sure. Welcome to Galapagos. Cow grazing like no tomorrow. Oh my god, guys, you don't care about environment, just care about the money. So this is a tree with the ice cream beans. Wow, it's cool. So we're just under one ice cream bean tree, and it is ice cream bean for real. So here I spotted first tortoise, but it was like in a barbed wire fence kind of property, so you can't really get to them because they're like private. But after a few more minutes of cycling, I spotted from the road this another giant tortoise. So Sanya didn't notice it, but I went down from bicycle and started recording. So he must have slipped under the fence somehow, because most of these tortoises are in these barbed wire fences, same like cows. So I got close to it, and it was amazing to see it so close for the first time. Oh my god. Hello, man. Oh wow. Hello. So most of the giant tortoises, they don't really like humans, so when I approached this one, it immediately got out in the shell and made like a hissing sound. So this could be a reflex learned from back in the days when the giant tortoises were exploited for their meat and stuff, like 100 years ago, by pirates and other fishermen. So it's 1:15 Galapagos time, and we just arrived to Santa Rosa. It seems like the cycling path ends right here, but maybe we can go on the other side all the way there. So we just stopped in this village to fill the water. There's a toilet, Sanya went there, and we bought this bottle for $1.50. It's like 4 liters, and I refilled my bottle here, and it's much cheaper than to buy like that. Then there was also like 300 milliliter bottle for $1. So this is much cheaper to buy like this. But in Galapagos in general, you can't drink the water from tap. I think they're purifying the salt, the seawater, so it's not really drinkable. And yeah, so that's the best way to buy a water. Just buy a big jar like that, and you will save on water. So here we are trying to look for El Chato Reserve, and we found on maps.me some road around, and on the way we saw already some tortoises, but they were behind the barbed wire fence. So this is pretty unusual. They're like pretty much being bred like cows or something, just behind the fences, so they can't cross anywhere. But yeah, if you want to see them for free, then this is the way to go. On maps.me there was a road, and we saw them close up like this without paying. So then we saw on maps.me some place for some attraction, and you know, maps.me is sometimes outdated, so this might have been like 5 years ago. So something was here 5 years ago, And when we went more down, we discovered that there was a cave entrance, so it was a pretty good adventure. So we were reading about some lava tunnels, so I think this might have been some of the lava tunnels before, but maybe it has been closed down or it's just for some special tours. So nevertheless, we tried to go through it with the lights on the phones. So, but we're a little bit scared where is it gonna go, and we were careful not to get lost. So it was very interesting to like rediscover this cave, and we know that people were going through here before, so we're hoping that we're gonna get through on the other side somewhere. So it was a great adventure, but at the same time you have to be careful so you know which way to go back. And after just a few minutes we found the exit with light shining through, and the tunnel kept going more, but we decided to go back the same way. So you can see how maps.me is outdated. I said there is an attraction and there was that cave, but it's all overgrown and it's really old, so sometimes it could be even dangerous, but it was a good adventure to explore the cave. But we're a little bit scared to go more further because we didn't have a proper lights, and we didn't know what's in there. So after leaving the cave we followed the road more and we got to this viewpoint, which was also not used for a long time, but it was still on maps.me. So it was nice to go on some places where there are no tourists, but it's still amazing. So this is not a national park at all. You can see the deforestation and they're just cutting down the trees and the animals are behind the fences. So no way, man. The Ecuadorians are not protecting the environment. It's all the business, man. But what's more important is this orange tree. I thought somebody just left the oranges here, but I think the tortoise eating them.
This one's
It's good.
How is it?
It's okay.
No? So we saw lots of fruit trees so far. No?
Yeah, well, orange. So then we got a little bit more up to the real viewpoints, so you can still see the old wooden handles on the side. So this must have been before some touristic attraction with the viewpoint and everything, so it was a nice view, and I would recommend people to go there and also try the oranges as well. And I saw on maps.me there should have been another road connecting down here, but it didn't exist. So this maps.me paths must have been like at least 5 years old, if not 10 years. The first time I saw orange tree like that in the wild. And what is stopping people from planting fruit trees everywhere? Like imagine if there are fruit trees all around here. You wouldn't need to bring your lunch. You would just walk around and eat your fruit, you know. But humans, there's something terribly wrong with them in their mind, that they have to just make the property and sell everything. So if there are fruit trees everywhere, you wouldn't need to sell them, and nobody would need to starve, you know. The economy would just fail. People would not need to work for food. It would be all good. But humans are greedy motherfuckers. That's why it's not like that, you know. But hopefully it gets better in the future.
It's in the front of my mind. As I fall apart, you begin to cry. The tears are making you blind. The future's far away, but I'll stay. I'll stay. Just take a leap of faith. We'll find a way for you and me. Can't look back and run from what I feel inside. There's no more time to hide, because I feel again. I feel again. Oh, now
So after that we're heading more down the road, and we saw this tortoise with the GPS glued on its shell. So I guess this is for scientific purposes, to see how they migrate, etc. And after a few minutes we got to the dead end. There was a fence, we couldn't get through, but on maps it was showing that it's connecting to another reserve where we should see more tortoises. So Ecuadorians, they just put barbed wire fences everywhere. They create private properties, so you don't have a freedom of movement. And it's pretty much in all South America, it's a barbed wire fence, private property countries. Poor turtles. Hell guys, what the fuck are you doing? So this poor tortoise tried to get under the barbed wire fence, and I think it was getting hurt. So I'm not sure what the exact purpose of these barbed wire fences is, but I think there should be some petition signed for the Galapagos to remove the barbed wire fences. I think it's all for the money and business, but I'm not sure why they are here. The tortoises are gonna try to go under it anyway and get hurt in the process. So I think some other country should take care of Galapagos, because the Ecuadorians are not doing a great job, obviously. Now here you see the animal agriculture destroying the forest. So its main cause of deforestation is growing food for animals or for animal grazing, like in South America. So if you enjoy your beef, at least know that you're causing insane amount of deforestation, even in protected areas like Galapagos. So we finally got to El Chato Reserve, and you have to pay $5 per person to enter. So if you want to see the tortoises for free, you can follow our route, but here you have to pay to see them, and you can spend as much time as you want and you walk around. So now we're gonna have lunch, as we didn't have a chance to have it before. So we're just gonna have really late lunch, because we were looking for a perfect place to stop, but we didn't find it. So just think to know, like, when it's time to eat, it's time to eat. So it's interesting how these lava tunnels were created that you can actually walk through it. It's a really wonder of nature. So there is a path you can walk around. There's actually more paths, and it will take you around 1 hour to explore everything. So if you come here to this reserve, just know that you're gonna be walking for at least an hour or more. Depends how long you wanna take the pictures of tortoises. So you're not gonna have any problems finding tortoises here. They're often just like a few meters away from the path, and some of them get scared like this one, and some of them are pretty used to people and not scared at all. But you always have to stay at least 2 meters away from them and not to touch them. Whoa. Just go, Gus. So this is actually where we should have connected from the road we were going before with the mountain bikes, but they put a sign here, don't cross, danger, private property, go only with the guide. So they made a private business from this, and that's how it works in South America. Like, the government doesn't have any power here, and everything is private and business. So it was amazing to see creatures like this, and it reminded me of dinosaurs, and I felt like in a Jurassic Park. And it's good that people are protecting these kind of animals, but it seems to me more like a business that they're protecting them just to attract the tourists for money, and they don't care about other animals that are getting extinct on the mainland. So I wish we could just care about all animals and stop eating them also. Really? Okay, we're leaving the El Chato ranch reservation area, and we pretty much did our own tour before this. We saw all the tortoises. So if you don't want to pay $5, just go the way we did. And we also saw the lava tunnel and everything. But we just came here, so we knew what it's all about. But you, the viewer, know better. You don't have to pay anything. So it's around 5 p.m. and we're just heading back because it's getting dark at 6. And as I said, you can do it for free as well. So you don't have to go to this reservation, and you can do a mountain bike tour. People care about one animal and eat the other. Really intelligent creatures. Oh. Go vegan. So it's 5:20 right now, and it took us about 20 minutes to get from all the way down to the crossroads over here. And there was also another reservation called El Chato, but something else, like on P something. And I think that one is cheaper, but I'm not sure. We wanted to see everything today, but we don't have time because we're stuck at the other place. But now we just have to head home and make it till darkness. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this vlog with giant tortoises, and stay tuned for more adventures from Galapagos. We're gonna see more amazing animals and travel to another islands. And for now, stay healthy and stay adventurous.